Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Brian Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Notre Dame's offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
And, man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Williams. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just going to keep it after the snap. Pulled down for the tackle. Veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Zings it complete to the right. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Snagged out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over from Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And Greathouse and Faison both back, so obviously some experience there, but then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well to have that speed element. And a couple of guys that maybe click now with this C.J. Carr offense and the passing attack, which went from a liability a couple years ago to a strength.
Makes a catch.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Using his feet. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The 11th play of this opening drive, they face a third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge. Offense working from the pistol.
Hey, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages.
And he's got room. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Gets it out fast. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The run to the right. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Quarterback keeps it. Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. But he might not be the fastest runner. That doesn't mean he is a reluctant runner. It worked out well there.
And I like that because I need a running threat from whoever's back there. You got to be willing to tuck the football, take off, and go chew up yardage. Otherwise, it makes it very predictable and very easy for a defense if you're not willing to do that.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's second and long. On the ground, it's Hill. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Throwing, Mack. Fires to the wideout. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Pushes for the goal line. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll try to get to the marker himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown tie!
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you've got to worry about him in the running game. And there on the option, he makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Carr on play action. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And last year to start the season, Notre Dame had everything except for maybe that quarterback spot. Now this year, it's no doubt about it, right? C.J. Carr is the dude, and he chose Notre Dame even though the family has the Michigan ties. But Palmer, he showed last year throughout the season he grew and became a pretty dang good football player.
Yeah, and I think really at the end of last year, he was certainly playing well enough for them to reach the college football playoff. I think he is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people look at this year's Notre Dame team and they say we are a legit national championship caliber team. You know Notre Dame's going to play defense with Marcus Freeman as the head coach. You know they're going to have playmakers at the skill spots, but C.J. Carr, he's going to be the key for them this season.
Quarterback keeper. Maybe some room here. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Throwing, Carr. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll go play action with Mack. Complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Mack. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Got a little grass. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the back. On the move. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They go right back to it. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Takes the easy completion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that is exactly what you want on third down defense, man. You want to drop back, and you want to make sure the ball doesn't get pushed down the field past the sticks, and then you rally up and tackle. Now, it's sometimes easier said than done, but he does a great job breaking on the football, making sure he doesn't get the first down. Really good team defense.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The toss sweep to the right. Breaks into the open. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Austin Mack unloads to the wideout. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Mack. Fires downfield. That pass is incomplete. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with this target.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running inside, it's Williams.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Carr. Right on the money. Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Throwing Mack. Quickly complete. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1, and this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Under fire. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Mack fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the 1st half.
And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the 1st half. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Motion from the wide receiver. Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Hard-hitting tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
The give on the counter. Oh, he got loose. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop him.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. And the returner is stopped. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Quick strike complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. The run inside. It's Williams. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Right back to the well. There's some room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
The give is to Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Carr to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I think.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you want...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. They'll try the left side. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Austin Mack. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Quick completion to the right. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Now on the move. It's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football off it.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I like the call. You're so close to midfield. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world.
Do you like that they kept it on the ground and not just because it was successful?
Yeah, I think a lot of coaches tend to overthink it, and I just think you keep it on the ground, keep it simple, something you've been running since day one, and you know in short yardage situations you do really well.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Running inside, it's Williams. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Throwing, Carr. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Pocket breaking down. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They've stalled out a bit in the red zone. Just a couple of field goals on 3 previous trips. Now to get it in on 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Carr bears the pressure, and they got it. So the 2-point try is no good, and there is an injured player on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Alabama offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Now on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Throwing, Mack. Flips it out on the screen. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Fires to the tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the grab.
This quarterback looks in complete control, not flustered, end-of-the-game situation, connecting on his passes. Nice job knowing his answers. Got to keep this rolling here to try to make this thing interesting.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. A designed run for the quarterback. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's Carr to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm ending this game right now.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.